Are you the kind of person that's always curious as to what other people might be purchasing when it comes to houseplants? Stick with me for this video when myself and North, one of you lovely viewers, sit down to watch an unboxing from Ecuagenera, from one of North's most recent purchases. And you know what? It's not just aroids. There's also some of the orchids, which, as far as I'm aware, is what Ecuagenera originally was made famous for. So stick around and let's look at things together. Hi, my name is Memo, this is my channel, Houseplanty Goodness, and essentially it's a place where I like to geek out about my big passion. You might be able to see some of it behind me, it's tropical houseplants. So as I said in the very beginning, this is a video, this is a continuation. I finally got round to doing a second kind of viewer interaction video like I did with Tanya for the first one, and if you haven't seen my video with Tanya and her haul, I will add it at the top here. But this is a video that I did with North, one of you lovely lot, essentially. You might have seen North down in the comments on quite a few of my videos, and we've been chatting backwards and forwards, and he let me know that, you know what, I'm getting an order from Ecuagenera, I want to do an unboxing, so I thought, you know what, let's jump onto a Zoom call and have a look at it together. It was such good fun. So I will be inserting the clip. I think it's quite a long video, so strap yourselves in. And North was very good and got quite a few B-roll shots and videos of the actual plants themselves after we did the filming. So I will be interspersing those throughout the video. And he's also given me permission to share the kind of pricing of what he purchased each one of these things at. He does mention it throughout the video, but a lot of these prices and also these specific plants might be different from what you're seeing on the website because he purchased during a live event. And if I'm not mistaken, I think North is based in Montreal in Canada. So without further ado, let's have a look, shall we?
Hello, my name is Bay. You might know me as North from Instagram, but that's my username from Instagram.
Cool.
But I'm a grower in Canada. There's quite a bit of challenge in growing stuff in Canada, but we make do with what environment we have. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of plant over here.
Nice.
Quite a bit of plants.
And I could see all the planters as well, which I've got some of those as well here now at this point in time. But you obviously got a very exciting order today, so
Yes.
I hand it over to you to talk us through and go through the unboxing. Very exciting.
Yes, I have one giant box over here.
Nice.
Well,
It's like a part two as well. I love it.
yes. So let's just going right into it.
Yeah, dive in.
And I also have a box after I unbox it with the clean side here.
Yeah. Probably wise, your whole floor is going to end up full of those paper bags in a minute.
So the first one is a Brassia right here. So you can see the tag.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I've been looking to the Anthurium Alliance quite a bit. I really enjoy growing them. They're not really fussy. I think it's the second type of orchid you can get into after you're a master of the Phalaenopsis.
Yeah.
They're quite hardy and they have very interesting flower.
Nice.
They're called the spider orchids because they're the flower of spiders.
Oh, wonderful. Very cool.
And
That's really cool.
Like.
Wonderful. They look like the foliage looks completely fine.
Yeah.
This
thing. It's a little bit dehydrated to be expected, but they'll bounce back in no time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Have they got like a pseudobulb as well? Can I see that correctly?
Yep, they're a pseudobulb plant. So
nice.
At this point, you can already make a division if you want to.
Yeah.
You have two plants and just grow them separately.
Nice.
In case one of them dies, you know.
Yeah. Always good to have a backup.
Yes.
No. First slide. Well, are the roots looking quite good on that one? Can you see through the sphagnum moss?
Oh yeah. Do you want me to unpack them and check it?
No, don't worry, because it'll probably take us all day. That's why I never knew it was mine. Can you see anything through the clear film though? Is there any rot or is it fine?
It's pretty dry and it seems pretty good.
Cool, nice. Yeah, yeah, nice, cool, very nice.
And there's a mixed bag of Anthurium, Philodendron, a bit of orchids.
Nice.
I got quite a bit of stuff through the Ecuagenera Instagram sale.
Oh, you went through the live.
Yeah, the live sales, yes.
Nice,
And they
nice.
have some interesting stuff over there, but
Mhm.
it's a really stressful situation and really makes you want to buy more plants that you don't really need.
I
Because you
was
have to
having
make
this. I was going to say I was having the same conversation with another follower the other day. They were like, "I need to stop going because I end up spending all this money."
yes, you have to make a snap decision of what you want
Mm,
right at that moment.
yeah,
And they have the stuff that you don't really see on their website.
nice. What's that one?
This is a Anthurium David Portilla Dream.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, they
Very.
basically these are the hybrid that's going out from the Ecuagenera right now.
Hmm.
It's a
Very nice.
very interesting
The
plant.
the leaves have almost got like a luxuriance texture to them as well.
Yes, I believe that's one of the parents of the other cross.
Nice.
And because I got it from the Instagram sale, they usually have some of this stuff that's not exactly the same as the other ones.
Hmm.
So you get some special plants, and that's not that looks kind of different than the normal batch.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
get the
yeah.
sports from them.
Yeah, that's really cool. And that's, did you say that's mainly because of the live kind of sales as well?
Yeah, that's mainly the lifestyle that you get.
That's good. I don't think a lot of people know that actually, because I always thought live sales were kind of cool. I didn't realize that you can get plants that they don't generally will have anywhere on their website. That's really cool. Good to know.
It's a very cool plant. It's
Very
I
nice.
think this one is longer than the normal one that they have on the website,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and very interesting leaf shape. So I got it.
It's quite a matte texture. Is it quite a velvety feel to it, or is it just like regular kind of leaf texture basically?
It's quite interesting, actually. I must say, it's velvety and it has the same texture as the luxuriant as well. So
No.
it's a mix of the two.
Yeah.
Now that you ask me to do it, the feel is very different. Very interesting feel.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
And the roots is pretty well. You can see there's a new one poking out from here.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, Anthuriums, I've at least so far, my experience with Ecuagenera, Anthuriums tend to ship quite well from them.
yep. And this one is Encyclia. So it's uh, a Cattleya Alliance orchid.
Nice, okay.
You can see over here.
Hmm.
So you can see the type.
I love the tags from Ecuagenera. It makes everything so much easier when you're trying to figure out what everything is.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So it's very bulbous.
Very bulbous. Very, very cool. Very nice.
So I believe this one has, unlike the normal orchids, which have the lip on the bottom, this one have the lip on the top, and yet the petal just falls down.
Nice.
Very different.
Very,
And
very cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the roots, relatively good. I think the most orchid, they're gonna last on roots in transport no matter
Yeah,
what,
yeah, yeah.
and they usually have to repop it. But the pseudobulb is very plump, and the
Good,
leaf is good shape.
good, good. It
Very
means it will
interesting.
bounce back anything. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, one of the really interesting thing I found myself is that when you're ordering orchids, you usually don't get to see the pseudobulbs and what the actual foliage look like.
Mm.
So it's always a surprise to see, oh, what this one is.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can get that actually. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of cool. See, I need to try some Cattleya orchids as well because is it all the Cattleyas that generally are just those roots and you just soak the whole plant basically?
Yeah, I am not very familiar with cat yet, to be honest. I'm just starting it, but I think they're quite hardy plants.
Yeah, no, yeah, it seems like it as well. It always surprises me when you see them in like shops basically and they've just got the plant and the roots are just hanging there. No media, no nothing, and it's just there.
Oh, I think those are the bandas. I have one
Are
over
they
here.
bandas? Yeah, that's it, bandas.
Yeah.
I always find those fascinating because I'm just like, what do you do? Do you just put them in some water once a week or something?
I miss those regularly and dip in the
Cool.
water for once in a while. They lost part of the roots in transport because I got
Right.
this one at Montreal Orchid Expo,
Nice.
and it has been in my care for 3 months.
Nice.
It's getting some new roots coming out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
assuming that mount is one of yours as well. That looks quite
yeah,
cool.
yes, 3 months. Hi. Yeah, what's the next one? Next one is a Bulbophyllum Speculosum.
I love the botanical names. Nobody can pronounce it properly. That's cool. Yeah, very nice.
It has a really interesting flower. It looks very, very elongated with long petal on the side. So I got them.
Nice, very cool.
Ooh,
Oh,
this one's
cool.
a little bit of rot.
Already, you can see that already. Okay.
Yeah, because there's the leaf is blackened.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of
Oh God, now you said that, I can see that actually. Yeah, wow,
yeah,
that's
well,
impressive. And the leaf just went.
well, leaf just fell off. So you can see there's some white stuff in you too as well. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. I think Bulbophyllum are in general very hardy plants. So
They are generally, yeah. Amount of
I think
times
they're
I've brought back
recovered.
Bulbophyllums from the brink of death is impressive, basically.
Not surprised, not gonna be it's gonna be a long journey to recover, but they will recover.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah. You're right with that one. I was going to say they are very hardy. You can bring them back from the brink of death, but it does take a while, basically. Not fast.
So this one is Oncidium. This I think is a hybrid. Carolina Jijon.
Very cool.
Always falling off.
Oh, yeah, and you've got another one there as well that's about to top off as well.
So you can see there's pseudobulb.
Yeah.
And there's a flower spike already. So this is already
Nice.
past the first flowers. So
Okay.
you would know that in your care you will eventually get a flower very, very soon.
Yeah, which is quite good actually. When you get a flower spike like that, when you know that it's already been spent at least its flowering size, basically.
Yeah, so there's two new growths coming out.
Nice.
And once this recover, I think it will flower very nicely.
Yeah.
The roots looks okay.
That's
So
good.
yeah.
That's really, really good. Yeah. And it's the first time I'm seeing somebody unboxing orchids. Ironically enough, Ecuagenera for years was known for their orchids. It wasn't known for the arrows necessarily, but yeah, that's really cool because it's nice to see that the orchids as well, they're coming in relatively sizable as well, like their arrows are.
Yeah, I think the first order I have with Ecuagenera is actually Phragmipedium because they have a good collection, and I think they're native to Ecuador as well. So that's where it's coming from. And yeah, orchids, you always need rehab because the roots are too sensitive for the transport and they always die.
Yeah.
But you know, that's I think there's no change for that. So no matter where you order orchids from,
Yeah.
always gonna be a rehab project. So this one is a complex hybrid.
Ooh.
It's a Wilsonara. So it's like three different species crossed together, and they give them different botanical name.
Nice.
That's when whenever they cross stuff, they give a new name, new name. Ooh, very interesting.
Very cool.
This is
oh wow, very cool.
very wild.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Pseudobulbs.
Nice. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes when you get orchids where they've got more interesting foliage or the pseudobulbs as well, you're going to be looking at that for the majority of its life rather than the bloom. So it might as well be interesting looking.
I do see a flower spike on a much smaller pseudobulb. You can see it.
I'm assuming spent flower spike rather than coming up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But this one is much bigger.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
So I'm excited for this one. Yeah. So this one is Blazing Lustre Night Ruby. So a very long name.
Yeah, but that's good though. It's nice when they start giving them a bit more like colloquial names. Night Ruby, yeah.
Yeah, very excited about this pseudobulb. It's very very tight, and there's a new growth coming out as well. Yeah. The roots looks okay as orchid roots.
Yeah, they really do actually. Yeah. Very cool.
So this one is a Dendrobium that has a really interesting flowers. I took it out before because I was checking it at the store, and you see this cane that's come out. When they ship, it has all the leaf, but now it's all gone. Yeah, and it was black and moldy inside the bag, so it looks kind of scary. So I took it out to ask if the vendor is okay. But the other canes, it's pretty healthy. The other canes looks completely fine, yeah, actually. And there's these three new points.
No,
I think this one will recover as well.
that would be.
Orchids, they have a reputation of being like really challenging,
Mm.
but they can grow back from really bad situation as well.
Yeah, no, that's quite good. That's really, really good.
So,
Very cool. Very, very
yeah.
cool.
This one, this a flower. I picked this one because of flower. It kind of looks like the cyclops flowers. You always like to spike on the top, and that's wiggle a little bit in the wind. So this one
Nice.
has the same thing, but it's not a sequential bloomer, so you bloom all at once. So it's a very spectacular flower when it flowers.
Oh, nice. Cool. That'd be really cool, actually, when that happens. I'm assuming with these ones, did you order them and did they get delivered, or did you order them and pick up on an event? I don't know how
It's
you
an
did it.
event in the
Event.
Montreal. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a local orchid guy,
Mhm.
very friendly, and I order everything through him.
Nice.
Yeah, the event. Yeah. Ooh, it's getting really hot here.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I had to switch off all the fans in here today, so like you can actually hear me through this, and I am sweltering.
Me too. And I think this one is a complex hybrid of Oncidium as well.
Nice.
It says C. Odontioda, Mary Noel, Velano.
Nice. Very cool. I might get you after we've switched off from here in the following days to just send me a list of everything with their names and I can put them on the screen when I'm editing.
I feel like this one has a big screwball as well. Huh? No, it's a very normal looking
Yeah.
Oncidium screwball.
It's a sizable plant though. That's quite a large plant. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so usually I think you usually get blooming size, and
That's cool.
I think this one is ready to bloom as well.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be. Yeah, if it's that size already, it looks like it would be blooming size.
Mm.
Very cool. How are you gonna are you gonna pot some of these up? Are you gonna mount some of these?
For now, I think I'm going to start the acclimation process by soaking the roots first in water for a bit, put them to rehydrate a little bit, and assess what the roots look like to see what kind of medium I would provide to it. And after that, just figure out what pot I have, because normally when you get stuff, you don't know what the size it will be, so it's kind of hard to plan. And everything's here. Like I have a look out for what I have available and what you can buy from stores, and decide after from that.
Fair. Fair, fair.
So, and then Anthurium, it's the real metallicum.
Ah, very cool. Very, very cool.
So I think this one can grow into enormous sizes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, from what I've heard, the metallicum can get absolutely huge.
It's wrapped in plastic compared with the other one, so I assume that for shipping will need a higher level of humidity.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like Ecuagenera has been improving their shipping method and how growing plants. I remember when I first do the first top up, they have all the plants like stacked in the corner with nothing supporting them, and now they have a grid system to have the plants like upright, not clashing within each other.
Nice. Okay, that's really good.
Yeah. So
And yeah, and usually a lot of the times when you get even when you get deliveries, you can tell by how they've wrapped specific plants as to if they're going to be more sensitive or not.
yeah.
That is stunning.
There is a new leaf that's already melted away. They try to wrap it.
Yeah, the wrapping. See,
They try to protect it.
I got that as well, and I'm just sitting there going, somebody was asking me, is it cotton wool? I'm just like, it's not cotton wool, it's something synthetic. I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that leaf is not gonna make it, I don't think.
No. But the whole plant is in very good condition.
It's looking good. Yeah, no, it's looking
Yeah.
really good. And now that you've got that there, it's definitely not what I have. Because I can see it from your screen.
It's a very amazing plant. This
Very
long leaf with star greening, very
very cool.
Is
it quite a turgid leaf? It's quite a thick leaf.
Yeah, it's quite thick. I would say it's thicker than my same thickness as my crystalline process of my magnificum.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, it's quite a thick leaf. That's quite cool.
I'm really excited about this plant because when it gets big, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be beautiful.
The size, like I have seen picture of it has bigger leaves than twice of the height of the lady.
Yeah. They can get huge. They can get absolutely huge. Watch out with that one. That one will generally, if it's that size already from Ecuagenera, the ones that I got from Ecuagenera, generally the Anthuriums that are that size, they go big and they go big fast.
I can imagine. The roots look okay. There is I can see a very healthy roots poking
Yeah,
out.
there really is. There really is. Anthuriums. Ecuagenera does well with shipping Anthuriums. And as long as people don't get precious with the fact that maybe one of the leaves might be battered, as long as the roots are good and some of the leaves are okay, that plant is going to bounce back quite quickly.
Slide it back into the plastic, keep it the moisture. Yes. This one is a strappy Anthurium. Very
Right.
This one is the pallidiflorum.
Nice. Very nice.
Eyeing this plant for quite a bit.
Yeah. Been on my list for a while. Still haven't got it. It will happen at some point. That's a good size as well.
Yeah, I thought I got a seedling size, but this is
I was going to say I think they have like a seedling size and a standard size. I was going to ask what size you bought because that's quite large.
I believe the seedling size and the standard size is not much difference in price, so I think I got really big ones. But I have to check my
Yeah.
But when you order these, it'll be a very long time before you actually receiving it. You forget what you ordered, what size you got.
I know. It's usually the day before it arrives, or 1 or 2 days before you go, what did I buy again? See, that is cool. That is very, very cool.
Very long strappy leaf.
But the leaves still quite stiff.
Yeah, good
Cool.
condition.
So it must be good.
And the roots looks good too. And I can see tiny bit of poking out.
Yeah. If that's anything like the Battarifolium, I always find the Battarifolium out of all of the Anthuriums that I have, it kind of almost wants to go a bit dry. So actually, if the media is a bit dry on that, I don't. And if it's anything like the Battarifolium, it probably doesn't mind.
I see what you mean. I think a lot of plants that actually live on top of the tree tops, they want to go dry a little bit.
Yeah.
If these are breaking and throwing, it must be living on top of the trees.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be constantly wet, like the ones who are on the floor or next to rivers.
Exactly.
In fact, Bulbophyllum, I'm very, very excited about this one.
That's going to be very cool. Have you got a space for that? Because those get large quick.
I do think that you see that on top of that shelf. I think that'll be a good place to have them. If not, I'm gonna put a taller shelf or just a folding shelf with a plant. Yeah, that'd be a very good way to display them. So this is the Prosthechea, I believe. It's also in the Encyclia alliance, I believe.
Nice.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah.
Very big.
Oh, very cool. Very impressive.
Long, tall.
I was going to say the pseudobulbs look long on this one. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
I think I have a few more Prosthecheas. They all have a very elongated long pseudobulbs.
Nice.
And I believe they're all frequent. They all have a frequency that it will be it's really nice smelling from my Prosthechea frequentia. Frequencies. I don't know exactly the name, but they smell really good.
Nice.
And this one, the roots looks fine as well.
They do as well. Yeah, that's really cool. I actually saying that it's interesting that you're saying that about your more fragrant orchids as well. I ordered about 4 fragrant orchids today that I was going to attempt to grow. So let's see how that goes.
Sometimes you need the sunlight, or you need a little bit of temperature drop for them to release the smell.
Oh yeah, It'll be fine in the winter here because the temperature does drop considerably in here in the winter. Not to the point that it would cause them problem, but it's enough of a drop in the winter, basically.
Okay, this one is really exciting because I think this is limited stock from Ecuagenera. It's the magnificum process with the lignamnum Gigi.
Oh, I saw that. That looked cool. I saw that on the website. That looked very cool.
This one in particular, I think it's a 4 out of the whole batch, so the leaf shape is different than the most of them.
Oh, really? So that's interesting. So on the live, you can choose your specific plant.
or rather they present you a plant that
Mhm.
you can pick, and if you pick it, then it will be yours. But everyone is picking at the same time. So
Fine, yeah. So it depends on whichever one you get, basically.
yes,
Very cool.
yeah, the leaf is very
That's
cool looking.
yeah, I like that. That's kind of cool. Is that a new leaf?
It's a new leaf.
And it's slightly battered, but you know. Problem is with Anthurium leaves when they're baby leaves, they are so soft. It doesn't take
Yes.
very much to
Yeah.
rip them, basically.
And looking
Very
at the
cool.
petioles, I noticed that you see that there's a very squirty petiole.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a triangular or a square petiole? That's really
It's a
cool.
square petiole. I think it's very
Nice.
common for magnificum.
Yeah,
It's a special trait of magnificum that the petiole is square.
yeah,
And I think the luxuriant has a five spoked petiole as well.
it does. It
That's
does.
very
Yeah,
interesting.
it does. It's interesting you say that about the magnificum because the one that I'm still trying to figure out what it is, it's got a square petiole.
Yeah. So magnificum crossed with the Gigi.
Very
A
cool.
very very cool plant. I
And
have
that's going to be quite a dark leaf as well, I think.
yeah, and you can see the red veining on the back.
Very
So
cool.
quite interesting plant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Very
yeah.
nice. I know because I've only just recently done this. You can kiss goodbye to the next 2 hours of you trying to unpack all of that.
Back. I think we're more or less halfway.
Nice. Wow. You did a proper order, didn't you?
I did. I did spend quite a bit of money. I think this is the same one as the
The
other
right
one.
time of the year to be ordering these things as well because there's the best chance that they're going to come okay.
Yes. So another Bulbophyllum of the same one that from
Very
before. Very similar. I think I ordered double without realizing I ordered twice of them.
hmm
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the Phragmipedium.
hmm
And I think this one has a pale flower with long petals. And
Very cool. And I think do on the Ecuagenera website, they usually have both what the plant looks like with the foliage and everything, and it usually has at least an example of the bloom, basically, doesn't it?
yes, I think for the plant that that's more popular, they will have a picture of what the foliage look like and what the flower look like.
hmm
But for Bulbophyllum, you only gonna get a picture of the flower.
The bloom, yeah.
Yeah, if people are not gonna buy it because it's super buff, which I
Yeah.
think because some of it has really
Some of them are really interesting, yeah. Like the one that you showed before with the big round as well. That was amazing.
yeah. So this is the Phragmipedium.
Nice.
There's a lot of growth points. I'm surprised at how many growth points there is. I can't even count.
Very, very, very cool.
Yeah. But the roots are a little bit on the rough side. You can see some of them
Mm.
flat. Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah. Rehab project.
Tell you, you're going to be spending the next 2 hours doing a whole bunch of things to roots.
Now big stuff.
Now the big stuff.
Big stuff. So yeah, so the other thing you get from the Ecuagenera lifestyle is that you can get some of the more mature plant they try to sell.
Oh,
So
nice.
this one is one of the mature plants. So I want to butcher this name. So Anthurium Cuyabeno. So I think it's one of their hybrid that they're trying to.
One of their hybrids, yeah.
Yeah. This one is a bigger plant that you will get from the website. Obviously, you're going to be more expensive as well.
Yeah,
But if you want that quick start, have a big plant, it's a way to get it.
Yeah, well.
It's big.
Huge. And you haven't even opened it yet. Just looking at the leaf, you can tell it's huge. See, now that is an impressive plant. Wow.
And considering how big this is, like the shipping is
It's done well.
yeah,
It's done really well.
Yeah.
That's done really well. I don't know. See, I always find the bigger the plants that they send you, the better the roots. Generally, as long as the roots are happy, then that's going to bounce back really quickly.
Mhm.
That's done well.
Well, this is thumbnail right there.
That really is. That really is. That's huge. That's very cool.
Yeah, and then you can see the roots.
The roots are looking good. Really, really good.
Yep. Oh, got some sweat in my eyes.
Oh, bless you.
So summer you get all the growth, but you also get all the heat.
I know, right? It was wait, what's the temperature like there at the moment?
Let me check my thermometer. It's about 28 Celsius
Yeah, it's warm.
and 61% humidity, so it's quite sweaty.
Warm and muggy.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's very cool, though. That is going to be very cool. Have you got a space for that? That's a sizable plant here somewhere.
I'm surprised at how big it is as well. Maybe in a bedroom? I don't know. This is quite sizable. When you order plant, you never plan where I'm going to put it. This is always an afterthought when you order plants.
I know.
Okay, this one I think I can see the strong influence from the luxuriant because of petio.
Is the petiole got the multifacet basically?
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I can kind of see. Yeah, I can see the ridging. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's huge for like a luxuriance cross. That is
Yes.
quite impressive because I think most of the crosses with the luxurians tend to go a bit faster because the luxurians, for me at least, is a slow growing plant.
Yeah, for me as well. So
Yeah,
this size is quite
that's
impressive.
cool. That's very, very cool.
I don't think I
Nice.
can even put it back.
Yeah, I think that one might need to stay out.
I'm gonna put it back a little bit more. I don't lose the tag. I'm already losing tag everywhere. It's already a huge mess over
I did
here.
that for my first unboxing. I'm just like, where was the tags? Which one is which?
Hey, this one is another pendant Anthurium. It's very long. Anthurium ceronii.
Oh, I saw that one as well. That looks cool.
I believe it's a seedling size plant, but it's quite big already.
That's not bad, yeah. But a lot of the pendants, though, even seedling size is quite sizable generally.
I really love the leaf texture.
Oh, that's really cool, actually. Yeah, because it's got almost got like a ridge around the edge of the leaf as well.
Yeah, it's
Very cool.
it's a little bit velvety, but it's quite turgid as well.
Very cool.
There's an inflow coming out right through,
Very cool. Nice.
but whether you will be able to push it through, I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I'm very brutal with my anthuriums now. After I've pollinated them a few times now, I usually get big leaves coming at the same time as an inflow comes, and that inflorescence gets chopped off so quickly.
Yes, yes. Once you get a few of them, once you've gone through the first excitement of seeing it,
Yeah.
it's just I don't want to waste energy on these. I rather have big foliage.
Exactly. Yeah, that's very cool.
Very
Very, very, very nice. Yeah. Very cool. See, that one you could also, depending on how high you can get, that one you can put onto one of your mounts as well, potentially.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really want to do.
Hmm.
This one is Anthurium transicolata.
Ooh.
It's a ceiling size plant, but look at how big it is.
See, this is my problem whenever I'm ordering and I'm like, I'm getting a small plant and then it arrives and it's just like, this is not a small plant.
I'm just gonna get something out from my knees because I'm really low in the floor.
Oh, bless you, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, as we said, transicolata, a ceiling plant, aside of this big.
It makes you question if a seedling is that big, what the full mature plant will look like, yeah?
Yeah, some of the Anthurium are huge.
Yeah.
So this one,
Oh, leaves.
yes.
Very nice.
Not expecting this because this is the vein. You can see the internodal spacing is big compared to stuff.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, the foliage is quite impressive.
It's spectacular. That's very cool. Is it just me? It reminds me a bit of like, the bat signal from the Batman like comics. That's very cool.
And it looks like also like a puppy face for me.
Yeah, yeah, true actually. Yeah. I like that. That's very cool. See, I like this when you get anthuriums with different like leaf shapes. That's not everything has to be heart shaped.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm collecting quite a bit of different shape of Anthurium. Don't you can see over here. I'm quite proud of this plant.
And I was seeing that. Oh my god, I am so jealous. That's very cool.
It's not the easiest. You can see all the burnt tips
That
for every single one of them.
Pedata radiatum, is that one?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Very, very nice plant. Very, very evil looking.
very cool. Which is so annoying because I bought the Pedatum thinking I was buying that one, and when it arrived, I'm just like, oh no, this is not the one. But I still love the Pedatum as well, but that one is so much cooler.
I have a plant as well. I started to grow on it. You know, it's a nice plant. It's a very elegant plant.
Yeah.
Not the one
But
you're looking
it's
for.
interesting to know about the Pedata radiatum that it's kind of a bit fussy, basically, and you're getting like crisping.
Yeah, yeah. I have two of them, and both of them have crisping as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Here's the other one.
Yeah.
This leaf is really nice, but
Yeah.
the leaf before them are all a little bit crispy.
Oh, a bit of crispy, yeah.
Yeah, and the new leaf got a little bit pest damage already,
Mm.
so it's gonna be
Don't you find that so frustrating when it happens? When they,
yeah.
because I find pests only generally will attack big time anthuriums when they've got young leaves. When they're mature leaves, they don't tend to bother that much.
Yeah, same experience over here as well. I just treated it with just splashing water to get rid of all the pests.
Yeah.
Because I think the new foliage might be too sensitive for any of the pest treatment.
I'm the same. It's the only thing I would really ever try on a new leaf from an anthurium if it's got pests. Very cool though. That plant is awesome. And you're right, that internodal space, I wonder that's probably a very, very active climber then potentially.
Yes, so I'm gonna try to maybe put it as on a pole to make
Yeah, that might be a cool one to put on a pole, to be fair.
because look at this, it's almost like
Yeah.
yeah, it's quite sizable.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some aerials, there's some nodules that's still alive, and the root inside looks okay. Like this is the plant I think I can actually just like start chopping it and propagating it.
Definitely.
It's because the internodal spacing is so long that I think you'll be able to survive and make a buck out of it.
100%.
Very interesting. Very excited about this plant.
Very cool.
This is what you don't see when you order online, like what the internodal spacing looks like, what the price actually is.
It's tricky to do that. There's a few because my last couple of orders, I ordered anthuriums that there's not a lot of information out there for them, and they came to me very similar to yours with big internodal spaces, and I'm just, oh, these are obviously climbers. Because people think anthurium and they think that everything comes from like that one central low point, but actually there are quite a few climbers out there as well, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And even the queen anthurium, I believe that it's a climber as well. If you see in the natural habitat, they're always climbing on top of the trees, dripping down from
yeah, 100%, 100%. I was just looking back at mine. I'm just sitting there going, yeah, it's one of those climbers, but the nodal spaces don't tend to go so quickly, so long, so quick, basically with that one.
Yeah. So this one is a special plant. I was messaging them to see if they have a specific plant in mind, but they have something else. So I'm just like, oh, this is interesting enough for me to pick.
Okay.
So I pick it up. So this one is the Anthurium alt Verapazensis.
Love the difficult name.
Verapazensis is the one I'm looking for. I have a much longer leaf, but this one, it was interesting, so I got it.
Nice. Usually how most of us buy plants. It's interesting, so I bought it. The very cool leaves, though.
So I don't think any of these leaves gonna survive.
Probably that one green one might potentially. Yeah.
But I have a huge chunk here.
Nice.
So if any of the leaf disappear, if all the leaf is gone, I still have
quite a few nodes basically. What the roots like on that one?
The roots look, I don't see it through the moss, so it might not survive. There
might not survive. Yeah,
it's some on the side.
Yeah, those seem okay to be fair. Sometimes that can be quite tricky until you see the roots, because sometimes it could just be the leaves just going, no, I'm out of here, and the roots are fine. And if that's the case, then actually it's fine. It will bounce back quite quickly.
Yeah, compared with all the other plants, I think this one is definitely the worst shaper. That's
so far, yeah, I think so. Because like you've got one leaf that's green, basically.
Yeah. So This shape, this leaf looks quite similar to the magnificum, but there's much less veining and it's more pillory, so that's why I
Nice.
picked it.
Very cool.
Has give me the ST Columbia vibe, the Philodendron ST Columbia. It's a very pillowy
And see,
texture.
that's a word you don't always hear for anthuriums, pillowy. You do for some philodendrons, but not for anthuriums. Very cool. Nice.
Recap project.
Yeah, yeah.
I
There's usually at least one in every order.
still have my chunk of regales.
Thing we having.
From my first order ever of Anthurium. Speaking of regales, this is the second regale I got. It was as part of the Instagram lifestyle, and it was quite sizable for a really cheap price. So I'm like, why not?
Okay, yeah.
So I got it.
Regals are always nice when they're large, basically. Hopefully you can keep more than one leaf. That's the usual problem that everybody has with a regale. One leaf.
As you can see, the packaging of this plant is very different than the other.
It is, yeah.
I believe that
I wonder if it's coming from a different part of the same business, basically.
I see. What am I doing?
Still got this is that big.
Yes. Okay. It's packaged with a lot of paper.
Oh yeah, the shredded paper and it gets everywhere. That's going to be fun to clean up afterwards, I can tell you.
This leaf is already gone.
Yeah. I was going to say, I would imagine regals don't travel particularly well. They, for me, one of the fussier of the anthuriums.
The new leaf is gone, but the rest of the leaf looks
That's just the new leaf.
good.
That's not bad, actually. So the
Right?
majority of the older leaves are fine. That's cool. Very good.
I think this is a narrow form of regale.
Yeah, I would say it would be if it's a leaf that large, I would expect it to be wider for the regale. So actually that might probably is narrow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what you could get from the Instagram sales. That's something that's not exactly the same as the one that's shown in the picture, and that they couldn't really sell as the real picture one because it will be very different. If you get this when you're ordering a regale, you say, "Oh, this doesn't look like it."
Yeah,
Right?
that's really cool actually. Very, very cool. I quite like that because it's actually a lot darker than a lot of the regales as well.
And the longer leaf shape, just
Yeah, very nice. Very, very cool.
the electric roots seems pretty good. Better than the
Nice.
first one.
Yeah, I can see the roots there as well. Yeah.
So I think this might be a hybrid of some sort. Maybe not the pure regale, but
Potentially. And that might actually work in your favor, to be fair, because the regales can be quite challenging.
yes.
So actually, if it's a hybrid, it might actually be hardier. Nice.
Very velvety plant, very deep, dark color.
Nice.
And the leaf is holding well. So very happy about this.
Good. All of these huge anthuriums, where are you going to put them?
Living room for everyone to enjoy.
There you go.
Actually, I do have a grow tent that's empty at the moment because I just recently moved into the new apartment. So
Congrats, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So that's why the reason for me to get a big order to pop it up and have stuff in it instead of me just empty. And it will be a good environment to rehab all the plant as well.
Definitely.
Before I open this, okay, this one apparently is a hybrid because I thought it was a pure species that has not been described, but it says the Philodendron hybrido angel, so it must be a hybrid in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so if that's not the case, I apologize. But this is a Philodendron angel. I don't know what is the actual species. I just think that's quite interesting plant.
Nice textured leaves, yeah. It reminds me of something else that I saw on their website that was very similar, that kind of texture, basically.
Something really interesting there is a veining in the middle.
Yeah.
That's very minimal, and but you can still quite make it out quite effectively.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So I think this plant is very interesting to see if it can size it up more. And yeah, I really
nice. It's not done too bad. And I'm assuming the slightly yellower leaves are the older leaves on there.
Yes, there are 2 leaves that are yellowing.
And then the older leaves.
The older leaf, I think that's the first one I got it from the cutting.
Yeah.
But this plant, I can definitely chop
100%.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, even 5, put in the
Yeah.
top box, and have only the top to be propagated for my own enjoying.
Yeah. But you should be fine with that one. I mean, have a look at the roots. They might be okay. You'd be surprised sometimes with their philodendrons this time of the year. Any other time of the year was always bad.
I don't see any roots from the moss ball that they have wrapped in. But,
So that might be the thing with that one, because some of these philodendrons have got such fine roots that they don't do well in chipping, basically, the roots.
Yeah, that's the trouble with the philodendron. I find as well. My ultra red is still not having much roots.
No, yeah.
Once they're gone, they take so long to regrow those roots.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So philodendron angel.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, where is that? Okay, sorry. That one. Okay, this is the last one.
Last one. Oh.
I think you already know what this is.
I think I know what that one is.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is the Philodendron spiritus-sancti.
Way, congrats.
Well, thank you. So, yeah, I see your unbox video. They come in the same tubes and the same kind of packaging.
Yeah.
So they really want this plant to ship well.
To ship well.
So,
because I'm assuming when they released them, they probably had a lot, and they probably made a lot of money because everybody just went buy.
No matter what price of this plant is, people are always gonna buy it.
Yeah.
It was crazy how expensive it was, but now it's accessible.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's good. See, yours is sizable. That's nice. Very, very nice.
And the leaves are in pretty good condition. It's still pretty turgid. I couldn't see the roots per se. They're wrapped well in the moss, but
were you expecting that? Because when I got it, maybe it's the slightly younger leaves that these ones have, but they're a lot thicker, the leaves, than I thought that they were going to be.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were going to be thinner philodendron leaves, but that is actually quite thick leaves. I don't know if it's when it's mature, it's the same, but yeah.
But from the picture I've seen on the internet, it seems like the leaf doesn't go just drop down. They kind of tilt forward. So I think it has to have some sort of structure to allow it to do that.
Yeah, probably. Actually, you're right. Yeah, you're probably right.
So yeah, now that I see it, I think that it makes sense. Like, because otherwise you won't be able to angle.
You won't be able to go angle. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would flop by default, basically.
Right.
But congrats.
Oh, very happy. This is the holy grail for a lot of plant parents.
I know.
And now that the market worked its way, and we can all enjoy this in our own houses.
Exactly. Right. I remember like a year or two back when those were going for 40, 50, 60,000 Great British pounds, dollars, whatever the currency might have been. And I'm just sitting there going, people are just like, that's a lot of money. I'm just like, yes, I want to be able to sleep at night. I cannot be stressing that much about a plant that could potentially die.
Yes. And even now, the price like went down from the first time that the Ecuagenera released it to what they're listing right now. And I think it's a $20 discount already.
Already, yeah.
Yeah. So,
but to be fair, even with them, like I don't think I shared that on my video, but there's a few sellers that have been selling it here for a while now as well. Granted, more expensive than Ecuagenera, but not a lot more. So I think it's becoming more available generally.
Yeah. It's now I have a huge amount on my desk. I don't like this.
Yeah, I know that well.
Yeah.
As I said, enjoy the next 2 hours of taking everything out of sphagnum moss and
yes, and that's it. That's all my plans for today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That was amazing. That was very, very, very cool. Anything you want to share before I kind of let you go?
I guess that just talk about the reacclimation process and how I do it. Because I think I do something very particular people usually don't do. I think for these plants, I'm gonna rinse them in the shower first, and that's to get rid of all the pesticide or mineral deposit that's already on it. And I'm gonna use some honey in the water because I believe that honey could there's a process, there's an enzyme that will generate that will create hydrogen peroxide from the sugar. that will
Nice.
help with the plant to recover from the shipping and to suppress some of the microbe that's growing on it.
Yeah, it's antimicrobial honey generally. So yeah, very cool.
And then the next day, I'm gonna wash that away so that there's not too many, sugar available for other bacteria to grow. And then I'm gonna inoculate with the mycorrhiza right
Nice.
away to start to have a healthy microbiome in the roots. And then gonna see what goes where afterwards.
Very, very cool. Yeah, this is the thing people don't realize when you get this many plants in an order. It's not a I've unboxed and I'm done. You usually have a good few hours after you've unboxed, and then possibly the next few days anyway as well of doing other things.
For sure. It's very interesting. A lot of work to be done, and really glad I can share these with you and
thank you
people.
so much. Thank you so much for this. This is. I'm hoping for more people to want to do these. These are nice videos to see all of your plants and your kind of like unboxings and collections and all of these things. But yeah, cool. I shall let you be.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you.
So hopefully you've all enjoyed the video of me and North kind of looking at the plants that he'd purchased. If you want me to do more of these videos, I know it's predominantly my fault because I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I want to do a little kind of Google form that everybody who's interested can fill it in, and I can at least start prioritizing doing some of these videos because you know what, they're great fun for me to do as well, and it gives everybody that's part of this wider community that I'm slowly building on here a chance to kind of interact in a more significant way with the actual community itself. So hopefully some of you might be interested in doing this. Do reach out and let me know, not in the comments of this video, because for the people in the know, I'm usually only around for the first 24 hours of comments here, but my Instagram is linked in different places on videos down below and all of these things. Drop me a DM if you want, and we can kind of organize. But hopefully, as I said, I should have that Google form soon. But a final thank you to North for inviting me into his space and showing us all the plants that he received. I cannot tell you how grateful I am, and please show him all the love in the comments down below. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully I shall see you here soon, and I truly hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.